In this video we show what happens when we apply, instead of the usual infrared filter that we found in our Robertina filter set, we apply the IR Plus or Libero filter. And we are going to test the pigment checker, our collection of historical pigments. This high performance filter is particularly useful for the earth pigments containing iron, so red ochre, yellow ochre, raw sienna, burnt sienna, all those pigments containing iron, so the series of earth pigments, the ochres pigments. So this one is the ochre that we have in our pigment checker, so in this spot over here. This is the standard infrared photo, so we see that with our standard infrared filter, that is what you generally find, so covering basically from 900 until the maximum of the camera, red ochre is pretty opaque, so we don't see much through it. When we applied the specialized filter, we start to see these cross hairs over here, horizontal and vertical. So these crosshairs, they are painted below the paint. So we use it to check an infrared camera. So let's see some other pigments. Particularly useful, this filter is from iron gall ink, where it actually works pretty well. So we see iron gold ink very thick applied here, so in this magnification from the pigment checker. Then we go here in the infrared photo and we start to see something, but still is pretty opaque. So we do the infrared Libero filter, and indeed we see much better the cross hairs over here. Another example of the class of pigments containing iron oxides, so we have raw sienna, the visible photo, the infrared photo. These pigments already becomes partially transparent with the infrared, standard infrared, but definitely we have an increase in the transmittance thanks to the Libero filter, so we see much better these lines over here. See, particularly this part is totally visible now, while before this part was barely visible. Another example of iron oxide pigment, burnt sienna, so calcinated raw sienna. Here is even more apparent the success of this filter. The infrared, we barely see the lines. When we do the infrared Libero filter, there it is, the crosshairs are much more evident.